The next thing I want you guys to do is put on a clean pair of surgical gloves. I want you to have your burnishing tool ready, your tinned silver tape, your glass, and your linen pieces. Grab your alcohol again and make sure you get a good amount on your cloth. I'm using linen for this, but you guys can use cotton. And I want you to clean your glass really, really well, because you don't want any oil from your hands on your glass. Dry it really well. You're going to keep your gloves on through this entire process, because you don't want the skin, your oil from your skin getting on it at all. So it's better safe than sorry. Both pieces of your glass. Especially the edges and the inside flat portion of the glass. Because once you have that taped, you can't go back. Unless you want to tear open the whole thing, which nobody wants to do. Now we have our clean glass, and I want you to take it flat side up. And I want you to take your image, your linen image, and set it right there. What you're going to do with that linen image is you're going to sandwich it between both pieces of the glass, flat sides inside, beveled sides out. Make sure they're flush, and you're going to have your linen in there. The next thing I want you to do, put it down. You're going to have to pick it back up in a minute. I want you to take your silvered tape. Take the end, silver side towards you, and pull it apart from the paper. Try not to touch the inside of that tape, even with the plastic. Pull it down, maybe about a half an inch, 3/4 of an inch, and hold it like this. Then, still holding it, I want you to pick up your glass and make sure that's flush together, your sandwiched glass with your linen. And I want you to take the bottom of it, holding your tape and your glass sandwiched together, leveled. I want you to find the center of your tape with your glass. Find the center of it. And just put it down on the tape. Press the tape down on it. Then, as you're working, oh no, that wasn't good. I want you to take your paper from your tape and watch the end of your glass and put that into the center of the tape. Watch the end of your glass. Now, don't watch all of it, just watch the end, and put it down like that onto your tape. Smooth it with your finger carefully. Now we're going to turn the corner, still holding onto our glass, keeping it sandwiched with the linen. I want you to do the same thing again, pulling the paper off, keeping your eye on the end, because you're going to take that end and you're going to focus that end onto the center of your tape. Don't pull tightly on your tape because it'll tear. You don't want your tape to tear. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to smooth it again with my finger. We're going to go around the next corner. Same thing. Try keeping your hands holding on to the center of the glass. Keep an eye on the end. We're going to focus it to the center. Place it there. Same thing, smooth it down softly, carefully with our finger. Then we're going to bring it around again. We're going to go around the next corner. The same thing, we're going to watch the top. What we're going to do is we're going to bring the tape together. Make sure that they're flush. The tape is flush with the tape. Don't pull too hard. Smooth it down. Then I want you to come down just a little bit, 1/8 of an inch from the bottom, and I want you to snip it with your scissors. Then what you're going to do is you're going to use your burnishing tool. You're going to hold on to the center of this. Don't touch your tape. You don't want your hands to knock your tape over. Very carefully, you're going to start with the bottom, like if you were wrapping a present, and you're going to bring the tape down with your burnishing tool, kind of the corners like you're wrapping a present. Lightly press it down, because we're going to come back and really make it stick in a little while. So we're going to go around the piece. We're going to take the corner like we're making a bed or wrapping a present. We're going to lay it down. We're going to go to that corner. We're going to go and lay it down. Then we're going to bring it over. The burnishing tool is going to do this work for us. Go around. Same thing. Corner first. Press it down. Go to the next corner. Press it down. Go around again. Corners first, center, go back softly. Then I want you to turn it around and do the same thing again on the other side. Don't press this tape down with your fingers. You have to be real careful. You'll get it after a few pieces of glass. It's a little tough at first, but once you get it, you've got it. It kind of becomes second nature. Go to your corner, press it down, press down the other corner, flush the tape down, go to your corner, go to your other corner, press it down softly but firmly. Now you're finishing. Go to both corners. Lay it down. Now that it's all done, the next thing you're going to do is lay the whole piece down. Make sure it's on clean paper or cloth or whatever. We're going to go to each corner with our burnishing tool. I like to hold it like this. And you're really going to press on the corners. Don't tear the tape, but firmly press that tape down onto the glass. Do all your corners first. Turn it around, do the other side with your corners. Corners are super, super important. What we're doing here is we're making sure that the tape is down really, really well so that when we blacken this tape, none of that patina can get up underneath that tape because the tape will come up. We don't want that to happen because you've ruined your whole piece. Once you've done your corners, I want you to look at your edges. I want you to take your burnishing tool on your edges and really carefully, be careful not to tear the tape, but really get that tape stuck to the glass, the sides of the glass. It's really important. Really, really well. Take your time. All four sides. If you don't do it right, you're going to have to go back and start all over. So it's really, really, really worth the time to do it slowly, carefully, and firmly. This is going to make it look like it's soldered when it's not. Each side. You're going to get a feel for your burnishing tool. It's a great tool. I love it. You can use it for a lot of things. Then, once you've done that, I want you to go back to the top I want you to take your burnishing tool, kind of on an angle, push down your corners again while you go, and then I want you to really push the tape down onto the glass. Careful when you get to the corner. A lot of pressure, but do it carefully because you don't want to tear your tape. You really, really want to make sure that tape, especially on the edges, is all the way down. Do it to both sides. This is probably the most important step you'll do. Because if this tape isn't secure, nothing's secure. And then we're done. And this is what it should look like. If it's not exactly straight, don't sweat it because you're going to blacken it and you're going to be covering it with brass as well. So, don't really sweat it if it's not completely straight. I've been doing this a long time, done a lot of them, so it doesn't really matter if it's completely straight. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my blackening solution again. You can pour more in a bowl or you can use what you used yesterday or today or whenever you did it. I'm going to take it. I'm going to have my cloth rags in hand, and I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to set it down in the blackening solution just for a second because it's going to blacken really quickly, and I'm going to dry it off as fast as I can because I don't want that blackening solution to get under my tape. It's that simple. Down into it, pull it out. You guys are going to want to have a lot of rags, or you can use paper towels, whichever you prefer. Do all four sides. Remember to dry them off quickly, really quickly. Now, let those sit. You're going to do each one. Let it sit like 10 minutes each. Then, I want you to come back with your alcohol. I want you to clean it with your alcohol. Really want you to clean it. But be careful, like I said, you don't want to tear your tape, especially the fronts, because that's where you're going to be gluing things. Get your glass clean. See the blackening coming off? Still coming off? Came off. You take it off the first time with a dry one, and then you go back about 10 minutes later and you clean it with the alcohol. Really, really well clean it with your alcohol. Your glass. Because there's oil in that blackening patina.